So, you're gearing up for the JEE exam, right? And I bet you've heard the same advice over and over. Lock yourself in a room and just study for 12 hours a day. But what if I told you that's, well, completely wrong? Today, we're going to dive into a totally different strategy, a smarter way to absolutely conquer this exam.
Let's just get this out of the way right now. This is probably the most important thing to understand. The whole idea that success is measured by how many hours you clock in, that's the biggest myth in JEE prep. That kind of grind just leads to burnout, not a better rank. The real secret is in the strategy.
Okay, so if grinding away for endless hours isn't the answer, then what is, right? What's the actual secret for the students who succeed without, losing their minds in the process? Well, it all boils down to a major shift in how you think about studying. And that brings us to the core principle of this entire explainer. The whole strategy is built on one simple, powerful idea. You need to work smarter, not harder. This is all about prioritizing the quality of your focus over the quantity of your hours.
And where does that smart work start? It's not with some crazy, complex problems. Nope. It starts right here, mastering your fundamentals. Think of it like the foundation of a house. Without a rock-solid understanding of the core concepts in physics, chem, and math, everything else you try to build on top is just going to crumble.
So, if we know what we need to do, build strong fundamentals, the next big question is how. How do you actually build that foundation day in and day out? That's where a daily action plan comes in. And I mean a realistic one you can actually stick with. Your daily routine should follow the simple but incredibly powerful three-part cycle. First, you learn the concepts, and I mean really learn them, deep down. Second, you immediately apply that new knowledge by solving problems. And third, you revise what you've just done to lock it into your long-term memory. See, it's not random studying, it's a deliberate process.
So how long does all this take every day? Well, here it is, the magic number. It's not 12, it's not 10, it's just 4 to 6 focused hours. Seriously, when your study time is this structured, you can get more done in 6 high-quality hours than most people do in 10 distracted ones.
But, and this is a big but, this whole 4 to 6 hour plan has one non-negotiable rule that makes it all click. Consistency. Showing up every single day, day after day, is what turns this simple plan into a powerful machine for success. It builds unstoppable momentum.
Having a strong foundation and a consistent schedule is awesome, but it's only half the battle. How do you turn that knowledge into actual points on the exam? Well, that's where practice comes in. This is the real game changer that turns what you know into what you can do. But practice doesn't just mean doing endless problem sets. You got to be strategic. First, you dive into previous year's papers to see the patterns. Then, you put yourself in the hot seat with regular mock tests. And here's the most critical step. You have to analyze your results to pinpoint exactly where you're going wrong. That's where the real improvement happens. And the payoff for this kind of smart practice is huge. It does 3 things, all at once. It cranks up your speed so you can actually finish the paper. It boosts your accuracy, turning your attempts into correct answers. And it gives you the superpower to identify your own weak spots, telling you exactly what to work on next.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, and honestly, it might be the most important one of all. It's your mindset. The JEE journey is long, and your mental game is what determines if you cross the finish line.
This really says it all, doesn't it? If you treat your prep like a sprint, going all out for a few weeks, you are absolutely going to hit a wall and burn out. The key is to see JEE for what it is, a marathon. It's all about pacing, endurance, and playing the long game. So how do you run this marathon? You need some mental armor, and that armor is built from 3 things: staying consistent with your daily effort, staying calm when you face a tough topic or a bad test score, and staying confident in your strategy and your ability to get better. This is what's going to protect you.
And this quote just perfectly captures that marathon mindset. It's not about making some huge, heroic leap. It's about focusing on those small, daily improvements, getting just 1% better today than you were yesterday. Those tiny steps add up, and over time, they lead to massive results.
So, as we wrap this up, the big question isn't about how you're going to study for 12 hours tomorrow. No, the real question is this: what is the one small, smart step you're going to take today to start running your marathon?